3 here at Big 550 KTRS. Al Gerber wants to be a House representative in the state of Missouri, and he's taking on John Deal, who is Speaker in the House in waiting. Al Gerber, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Thanks a lot, McGraw.
You called up and you said you want to be on the show.
You bet.
And John Deal's on the show all the time. And I said, even though there is no law saying that I have to put you on, I felt since you called up, we decided to put you on.
I appreciate that.
Okay, good. So why do you want to run for the House? Why do you want to take on the most powerful men in the state?
Well, I think that's the main reason I want to take him on. He's gone 2 election cycles without an opponent. And I think when that happens, people start to get maybe detached from their constituents.
Gotcha.
And I think that it's necessary to kind of make them be attached to the constituents.
You're a Democrat?
I am a Democrat.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a teacher. I teach at University of Phoenix, PhD in mathematics, so I teach mathematics. I also work in IT. I'm quality assurance analyst. So right now I'm not working while the campaign's going on, but in November, either I'll go to Jeff City or else I'll be looking for a job again.
How's the campaign going?
It's going great. It's going great. We're knocking on tons of doors, meeting the constituents and hearing what they have to say.
You married, children?
I am married. In fact, my wife's here.
There she is.
Watching.
All right.
Yeah.
Any children?
I do have one son, yes.
One son. Okay.
Is this your first time running for public office?
I was an alderman in Town and Country, so I have run for public office before.
He's not running in a very Democratic, or you're not running in a very Democratic area, correct?
That's true. It used to be people thought it was about 1 Democrat to every 2 Republicans. But in the primary, we had 4 Democrats show up for every 5 Republicans. So I think things might be changing a bit.
What is it about you that thinks that you can do a better job than John Deal?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not a professional politician. And I don't plan to make a career of this. I'm doing it I want to bring some ethics back to Jeff City.
You're saying he is unethical?
Oh, I think you've said, well, I don't say you personally, but I think this show has shown that. I was looking on YouTube, the show you had a while back about ethics, and I think it was pretty clear. It was pretty clearly established. I don't know about him personally, but certainly the situation in Jefferson City is that way, and he is the chairman of the ethics committee, so I think he holds some responsibility for that.
I don't understand. What was unethical? What did you see? What did you see on the show that was deemed unethical?
Oh, I think the number one thing I think is gifts from lobbyists. There's just no limitations in Missouri on gifts from lobbyists, and so they're just always the lobbyists are always taking people out to eat. They're giving them
but that's
Cardinals
the law.
tickets.
That might be unethical, but if it's the law, they're not breaking any law.
No, you're absolutely right. They're not. They're not, and that's why nobody's going to jail. Because they're not breaking any laws, but I think we need laws to say that.
Are you taking any money, any campaign funds, any PAC money, anything like that?
I am taking money from individuals, mostly in my district. I've taken no PAC money. I've taken no money from companies.
What's the difference between a lobbyist buying me a lunch and taking me to a golf game as opposed to you taking money from somebody who wants to elect you?
I think a lobbyist has a motive. He expects something back. I think the people who are giving money to me are just hoping I'll go to Jeff City and do a good job.
You really think people hand people money just because they're nice people? You don't think the people who are handing you money think they're getting something for that?
I don't think anybody who's given me money thinks they're going to get a quid pro quo. There's no law on the floor that I'm going to vote for because of the money that people are giving me.
Yeah, but how do you know, though? Right? Right? Aren't there tons of wolves in sheep's clothing?
I'm sure there are people who might have motivations like that, but certainly the people that I've been getting money from, mostly in my district, are people who mainly they want Mr. Deal to be out of there.
Yeah. Let me ask you about Governor Nixon.
Sure.
Governor Nixon recently, while we're watching Ferguson die a slow death in slow motion, he goes off to Afghanistan. Is that an impeachable offense?
I think. I really don't think that's impeachable.
You don't think?
No.
Do you think it's tone deaf? Are you okay with him going to Afghanistan during this crisis? What are your thoughts on Governor Nixon and how he handled Ferguson being the leader of your party?
Well, I like very much that he put Officer Johnson in charge there. I think that was not tone deaf at all. I think that was very.
Well, wait a minute. That was after 5 days of rioting and looting and everything else.
It might have been, but I
think it was a little slow.
I think it was a good that he did that. I have not been in that position. I really don't know if he felt he should jump in right away. I think he jumped in when he thought it was really a big problem.
So you think he handled it fine?
It's easy to second guess. It's easy to second guess when you look back on things, but I'm not really in a position to second guess him on that issue.
But you are in a position to second guess John Deal.
I think so. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Politics. Anything else, Al? We get you on here.
Actually there are three different things that I was running on. One was certainly the ethics issue, and the other two have sort of gone by the boards. The two issues that I'm running on, and one is women's issues having to do with the state making regulations about birth control and about abortion, and the other issue has to do with guns. And unfortunately, in the veto override session, both of those issues were the governor's veto was overridden. So in that case, I think it would be a referendum. The people, do they agree with the
so
override?
You're pro-choice?
Yes, indeed.
And you are against these restrictions that were just passed by the legislature?
Yes, indeed. Now, I own a gun. I hunted when I was young, so I'm not against gun ownership at all, but I certainly am against guns in the schools. And I think every door that I've knocked, the people agree with that. I've only found one person out of about 2,000 who said they thought it was a good idea to have
guns in
guns in
favor
schools.
of concealed carry?
I am, but not for 19-year-olds.
How old should you be?
21.
21.
Right.
Okay.
Right. The way it was before was just fine. Yeah.
We didn't have concealed carry before. Oh, you're saying that the change to the concealed carry.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it seems like an awful lot of work for 2 years, right? I mean, you're so offended that they dropped the rate to 19. I mean,
well, it's one of three things. I mean, I think there were three parts of that bill, and that was part of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. How can people find out more about you, Al?
I have a website, electalgerber.org. So they can go on there and look, and there's contact information there. If anybody can feel free to give me a call. I put my cell phone on the website, so they can feel free to give me a call and talk about politics.
What about lobbyists? Are you taking lobbyist money?
Let them talk to me. I'm not going to take their money.
You're not going to take their money?
Absolutely
Will
not.
you take their lunch? Can they buy you lunch?
Absolutely not. If I go to Jeff City, in fact, there's a pledge out there, and I'm willing to sign that pledge that says I will not take anything from lobbyists, not a cup of coffee.
Now, a registered lobbyist.
That's right, registered lobbyist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
citizens want to talk to me, fine.
What's the difference?
Registered lobbyists are being paid to do it, and they're there to distribute money from companies. Going to take.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So a company can just go and talk to you.
They can talk to me anytime. In fact,
but if they hire somebody to go talk to you, that's
I'll still talk to them. I just won't take lunch from them.
You won't take their money.
Right.
Got it. All right. Al, good luck.
I appreciate it very much.
831, Big 550, KTRS.
Thank you.